Good morning. I'm just testing this because I'm not able to go live downstairs. Um, and forgive me for the out of sync. It's crazy for me to watch as well. But you know what? It's in real time. And this is just unfortunately what we're going to have to deal with. What a crazy day yesterday. Like, I am telling you, we had such a crazy blizzard snowstorm here in Denver. It's beautiful today, but I'm not able to open my back door. Oh my goodness. I have to borrow because I left my shovel in the garage, so I can't get to it. So I'm borrowing my neighbor's shovel to shovel my way from my back door to the garage. Oh my goodness. We got a boatload, Craig. The most that I've seen since I moved to Colorado about 7 years ago, it was blowing and howling, and I'm telling you, the snow was blowing sideways, and it just wasn't letting up. I think my neighbors, God bless them, must have shoveled my front at least 5 times because, of course, I didn't think ahead, and my shovel was in the garage. And most people, went to the grocery store to stock up. I just wasn't all that concerned. But anyway, yeah, we had quite a day and everything's closed down here. But I'm glad, Craig, that you're able to access this because once again, downstairs, for whatever reason, it's just not connecting to my phone. So the quality isn't as great up here. So I might not even share this with YouTube just because it's so wackadoodle with my sync. Um, but because I'm in early, and it's still National Nutrition Month, and today's topic is, hey, can we talk a bit about carbohydrates? And I'm going to post all this information after the fact. So if you miss this, don't worry about it. You know, Carbohydrates is our body's main source of energy, but it is super important to get healthy whole grain carbohydrates into our diet and not the starchy white flour products that just, stick to us like glue and just add to inflammation and illness, etc. So there are two kinds of carbohydrates. There are simple and complex. Now the simple are like sugars, including glucose and fructose from fruits and vegetables, lactose from milk, and sucrose from cane sugar. The complex is from carrots, broccoli, potatoes, bread, cereal, pasta, rice, beans. So it's just really important to check your labels again because you want to look for that whole grain. So some things that you can think about cutting back on or eliminating altogether to achieve, that optimum health and well-being and to promote, better energy and all that good stuff. You want to stay away again from those starchy carbs. So that's like bagels, white bread, pasta, potatoes, white rice, flour tortillas, all the stuff that, let's face it, we kind of like. And then soft drinks and sodas, cakes, sweet rolls, cookies, pastries. Oh, let's just kind of eliminate those if we can. Potato chips, popcorn. Like, I eat skinny popcorn probably a couple times a week, especially through this pandemic. For me, it's Netflix and skinny popcorn. I mean, that's one of my indulgences, which isn't really that bad. Beer, not good. French fries, sweetened yogurt. If you're going to have yogurt, sweeten it with, like, drizzle some honey on there, or put some blueberries or strawberries into your Greek yogurt. And, I do use a little Truvia. It sweetens up my oatmeal, my protein shake. my Greek yogurt, and it is from the stevia plant, so I don't feel so bad about that. Um, and then, you want to stay away from some fruit like mangoes and dates and raisins and things like that. Sorry, I'm using my cheat sheet because I couldn't memorize all this. So the USDA guidelines, like if we're talking about a 2,000 calorie a day diet, which is much more than I consume, is about 6 1 ounce servings of grains, which is 2.5 cups of vegetables and 2 cups of fruit per day. I consume probably anywhere from 1,200 on a, you know, on a bad day or good day, however you want to look at it. I probably consume about 1,800 if I'm super physical. But you want to consume 3 or more 1 ounce equivalents of whole grain products per day. So some examples of healthy whole grains would be oatmeal, which is fabulous. I have that a lot. Whole grain cereal, whole grain bread, whole grain rye, buckwheat, millet, whole barley, bulgur wheat or cracked wheat, spelt, quinoa, and brown rice. So if you stick to those healthy whole grains, you're going to be good to go. So, according to the dietary guidelines, adults in their 50s and older should consume approximately 130 grams of carbohydrates per day. So that's about 45% to 65% of your total daily calories. And you know what else? I think, try your best to have your complex carbs for breakfast and for lunch because it's fuel and you will use that up, right? And it's best to stick to the protein and the vegetables for dinner. Better for sleep, better for digestion, all that stuff. So if you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask. And again, I'll post this information. And yeah, so today's workout, look, I'm going to have the ball, the foot activator facing me to start. This is going to be a lower body workout and a lot of board basics. So I'm first going to do like a thorough warm up for your lower body. And then we're going to launch into some of the board exercises. Okay. So I'm just going to pop back in at 10:30 now that I can see that we're all working, and we'll be good to go. All right. So have your chair, because we're going to use your chair, your towel, and your water, and we'll get started in a few minutes. Okay, everybody. This is so nutty. I think the snowstorm maybe affected, I don't know, the internet, Facebook. I know that my clocks were off by an hour for a chunk there. Um, I think we're getting more snow on Tuesday, but for now it's woo. We got hit. We got hit hard. So look, I'm going to start with some warm-up drills and then we are going to launch in, okay? So let me know, please, if this music is too loud. Hopefully it isn't because it's going to be tricky for me to change it at this point, okay? So hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not blaring in your ears. Okay, so first grab your chair. And we're just gonna warm up because this is our lower body workout. So I'm gonna warm you up starting with your ankles. So you are gonna bring that leg up, hip level, and just start making those rotations. So thinking inch by inch, feeling every single bit of that rotation. Your standing leg is bent, but you are standing up tall, chest up. Mine is like snap, crackle, pop. How about yours? Oh my goodness, and I can't really see any comments right now, so I will have to check in later. So I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully the music isn't too loud and you can hear me okay. And then we're just gonna release that leg down. Okay, now we're gonna switch. And again, slow, easy rotations, but you're not holding your breath. Okay, so breathing normally here. Keep your abs engaged. You should have seen Barney yesterday. Oh my goodness. He hid under the bed for most of the days, but when I finally got him out there, it was pretty hilarious. Thank goodness for those booties. And then you're just gonna release that and then just kick it out a little bit. Okay, now we are gonna go into some calf raises. So you're just gonna come all the way up on the balls of those feet and then drop the heels. And exhale as you lift. Just going to ease into this workout today. Sufficiently prepare your lower body. How are you feeling today? How's your energy level? And how was your weekend? They told us we were going to be snowed in, and they weren't joking. Let's get 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold this one at the top and release, and then we're just going to kick it out a little bit. Okay, now we are going to start warming up the knees because we're traveling all the way up. So we're going to do those knee circles. So first you're going to bring that knee up again, hip level, and let the foot just dangle there. Let the foot just completely relax. I like to put my hand here so it can help me focus because it's just a circle from your knee joint. This can be a little tricky at first, but just take your time. Standing leg is always bent to take that pressure off. Relax your shoulders and just do that nice easy circle. And you're really working your hip flexor to keep your knee up, okay? And then we are gonna relax and we're gonna switch to the other side. So bring that knee up, let that foot just dangle and go into those nice easy circles. I really like to warm up the knees because we really We really give them quite a workout, don't we? Quite a knee rehab here, or knee prep, I should say. And then you are going to release and then just kick it out again. Release, release. And now we're going to go into our leg extension to start warming up our quadriceps. So you're going to bring that knee up, extend, bring it in, step back. Knee up, fully extend, bring it in, step back. Exhale as you extend. So you're really thinking about squeezing into those quadriceps, okay? Lift, extend, and step all the way back. And we're going to do 4 more. And last 2 here. And now we are going to hold it up and repeat, extend. Really feeling it. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release and just kick it out. Whew. Really feel those, right? And then we're going to switch. So bring that knee up hip level, extend, bring it in, step back. Get a full extension if you can. You know, yesterday kind of brought me back to like snow days in Wisconsin. And weren't we so excited when the schools would close and we had a day off and we got to go outside and make our snowmen and our igloos and stuff. It was a big deal. I see today that most things are closed. It's impossible to get around. Okay, we're going to do 2 more and then we're going to do those repeaters, right? Bring it up. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whew, and kick it out. Okay, now we are going to go into warming up our hamstrings. So I'm going to bring this chair in front, and all you're going to do is curl and bring it down. Curl. Keep the standing leg bent, and exhale as that leg comes up. And keep that going. I'm going to just check to see if anybody's chimed in, because I can't see comments on the computer, but if somebody wants to just let me know real quick if it is, if the music is too loud, I can check here. That would be great. I'm looking to see if anybody's commenting on the volume here. Look, my leg's way behind me. Relax those shoulders. For 4, 3, 2, last one, you're going to hold this one at the top and then release, and let's do a straight leg lift. Hey, Pat or Betsy, can you let me know if the music is too loud? I can only see on my phone comments. Okay, I see perfect. Okay, I'm going to count that as yes. And now we are going to hold it at the top again. Hold. And release. And like just march it out a little bit to give yourself a little wee break before we switch. Okay, now we are going to step back and curl. Exhale up. Part of my workout today was bringing the board upstairs. I really had to engage my core. It's a good thing I have such a strong foundation, and I'm going to use it again after, because guess what? I have to shovel my way from my back door to the garage, and the snow is up to here. So, you know, I got to be super duper careful. Let's get 4, 3, 2, and let's hold it at the top. And then release. Let's do those straight leg lifts. Now, the more I lean forward, of course, the higher I can go with that leg. Use your breath and really think about those hamstrings. For 4 and 3 and 2, last one, let's hold it at the top and release, and let's kick it out. Okay, now we are going to bring the board over with the ball, the activator facing us. Excuse me, Barney. Oh my goodness. It took me 20 minutes just to get him outside today. I'm gonna try to move this up so you can see me a little better. Can you see? I might have to adjust this a little bit. Let's do this. I think that's as much as I can do, you guys. But you can see it, right? Okay. So let's go into those hip circles now. So we are going to rotate. We're going to keep that board center, and we're going to rotate that hip out. We're going to alternate. Really go through a nice full circle here. And if you want to keep that foot on the floor and just do a smaller rotation, that's okay. You're listening to your body, remember? So on the subject of carbohydrates and healthy whole grains, one of the best foods, and I have this quite often for breakfast, is my oatmeal. And as we previously discussed with getting enough protein in your diet, it might be good to have the oatmeal and then maybe just a couple scrambled eggs or a hard-boiled egg or whatever. So that would be really a great complete meal, right? Circle it out. And we're just going to do 2 more of these. And last one. Good. And now we're just going to step it out a little bit. And we are going to now go into our one leg balance. But first, we're going to press the ball of the foot into that foot activator. Okay, so first we're going to press those heels down. Step up with the right foot. Press the ball of the foot into that squishy ball. Come up on the ball of the back foot and try to get that board center. And then when you're ready, it's going to be tricky for me, you're going to step up, bring the knee up. But look, I'm all the way up into a calf raise here. Working my best at finding that center, picking that focal point, engaging my core. I'm going to try to hold this for about 20 more seconds. Wow, a big old chunk of snow just fell from my tree in the front. Okay, good. Then step it down and down. And let's just do some knee lifts before we switch. And it doesn't matter how high. you know, the knee comes up. Just go to your own natural range of motion here. For 4, lift. 3, and lift. 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now we are going to switch. Step up, press the ball of the foot into that activator. Press forward. Come up on the ball of that back foot. When you're feeling stable and you're ready, here we go. Let's lift, pick that focal point, drop those shoulders, and breathe. I'm struggling a little bit more with finding my balance, mainly because this board is directly on the carpet instead of on my mat, so I don't have as much padding, right? So I'm upping my own challenge today. I love this because you're really engaging your calf muscles. You're really working the foot, the pressure points in your foot, while improving your balance and stability. And then step down and down. Then bring your feet a little wider. And again, let's just release, but this time let's do those hamstring curls. Keep that board center. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now side step it here. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now bring it center and march it out. You can take your hands off if you like and just start pumping those arms. Just get your heart rate up just a little bit here. But come down soft into the floor. Remember, we're not pounding our joints. We're thinking about pulling our body weight away from the floor, so we're coming down light as a feather. And use those arms to just get your heart rate up a little bit more. Feeling good? Feeling strong? Okay, now we're going to do that opposite knee and opposite arm lift. So lift, lift, open that side body. Reach through those fingertips, extend long, lengthen your spine. Just heating up your body a little bit more before we get into the real work for our lower body, right? Warming up those muscles, lubricating those joints. Now for lunch, as far as carbohydrates go, leafy green vegetables, okay, right up there is one of the top. So I'm gonna make myself my big vegetable salad with radishes and cucumbers and peppers, and I throw some red cabbage in there and tomatoes, and for my healthy fat, I put in a half a avocado, and then I usually throw in like some lean protein. Reach, reach. But if you wanted to have like one slice of healthy whole grain bread with some turkey or some tuna or some chicken, that would be awesome as well with a side salad. Reach, reach. And let's march it out. Just always think, you know, everything in moderation, right? You know, you want to watch your portions. Portion control is kind of key to staying lean and really being able to utilize all that food as an energy source instead of storing it as fat, right? Pump those arms. And now we are gonna plant our feet. We're gonna turn the board around, and then I do want you to get a drink of water, okay? Whew, I'm winded for some reason. My plan is to shovel my way to my garage and then grab my snowshoes. And like I saw somebody yesterday, a gal was snowshoeing right down the middle of our street because they don't plow these little side streets here. I'm up by Old South Pearl. So heck, I'm just gonna snowshoe right down the middle of my street. Get some good cardio in, right? Okay, now plant those feet. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into step ups. So we're gonna step up, bring the knee up, step down and down. We are gonna try to keep that board center, lift and down, lift and down. Use your breath. Drop those shoulders. You don't have to go this fast either. You can slow it way down like this if you prefer. It's completely up to you. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And now we're gonna march it out a little bit. We're gonna step up at a diagonal and we're gonna go into that leg curl. So you are gonna grab that front pole, step behind the 2, go into your leg curl, and then we're gonna alternate, okay? So here we go. Curl down, step up, curl down. I'm purposely warming up your body more than usual because I want your body to be really prepared for the squats and the lunges. Okay? And the plies. We're going to do 4 more. This is 2. And 3. And 4. Now step it down and we're going to go into a 2 count side step. Keep the board center. How are you doing? You can take your hands off if you like, but I like to try my best to keep the board center while I'm doing this because I like to work that brain-body connection. We're going to do 1 more each way. And then we're going to hold it here. We're going to step behind. Okay, we're going to step up, then step forward, and we're going to rock forward and back. So we are thinking about pressing into the ball of the foot and the heel of the foot. Keep your chest up, abdominals are engaged. And when you're ready, we're going to find that center. I'm adjusting my feet just a little bit. You know, sometimes it helps to use your other arm as a counterbalance. I'm feeling much more steady this way, so maybe you want to give this a try. We're going to hold this if we can for about 30 more seconds. Really working on that joint stability. And then release. How did you do? Forward and back. I like when we concentrate solely on the lower body because we can be really thorough, and I really like that. It's important. Now we're gonna rock it forward. We're gonna step forward, step down, turn it around. And here we go. Step up, grab that front, and here we go, forward and back. Again, we're thinking about pressing into the ball of the foot, into the heel of the foot. Those feet aren't leaving the board. So if you need to adjust your stance a little bit, that's okay too. But stay tall. Don't let your body cave like this. You're always thinking about that posture, right? And that body alignment. And then when you're feeling ready again, let's find that center. Pick that focal point. Pull your abdominals in tight. Drop those shoulders. Breathe. About 30 more seconds. How did you do with that? Drop it down, step it forward, step down and down. Now we're going to step up to that middle line, and we're just going to go rocking forward and back. Heel, toe, heel, toe. And now we are going to go into that calf raise and toe lift. So lift and lift. Come all the way up on the balls of those feet and lift the toes just as high as you can. I'm so limited there. How about you? That ankle support is so critical because obviously it's the base, right? So it's very important to strengthen those ankles, those feet, and those calf muscles. So I'm just going to do a few more reps than I normally do. But again, you know, I hope you know by now that if you ever need to take a break, you can just step off the board, you can step in place, and if you need to take a seat, that's absolutely fine. Just maybe march your feet in place a little bit. Lift and lift. And also hydrate whenever you need to. My calves are really talking to me right now. For 4, lift, 3, lift, 2, and lift. On this last one, we're going to hold it up, and we are going to try our best to find that center. Engage your core. Use your breath. And drop those heels and then just rock forward and back. Then lift your knee, and just keep lifting your knees while you rock it forward and back, just to give yourself a little release. So you kind of have to step forward a little bit and back a little bit to drop the board. So this is working those proprioceptors too. Step back, lift. Step forward, lift. You got that? Don't fall off the board. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then step it back to that middle line. Okay, now here's the challenge. We're going to do that side squat, but if that's too challenging for you, then the modifier is simply step down, lift, step down, and lift, okay? That's the modifier. Otherwise, you're going to try to find that center. So it's going to be challenging. You're going to step out to the side, push those hips back into that squat, chest up, and then press up. So this is really going to test where you're at. You might want to maybe just try a couple and see how you do. But I don't want you to do it if your form is faltering. I'm really concentrating here. Stepping directly to the side, pushing those hips back, stepping up. This is an advanced move. So if you can't do it, that's completely okay. This is something to work into. We always have modifiers, right? I really want you to work on the form here. And we're going to do 2 more of those. And then just rock it forward and back. How did you do? I know that was challenging. It was for me too. And then drop the board forward, step it forward, and then step it down, turn it around, step up to that middle line, grab the front pole, step up, let's go forward and back again. Again, thinking about those pressure points in our feet. Now, as we're doing this, I'm going to focus on dinner, but again, I'd rather have you have your healthy whole grains, your carbohydrates for breakfast and lunch. But if you feel like you need some for dinner and you want those extra whole grains and calories, then think about quinoa or brown rice. And again, think about that portion as the palm of your hand, right? So maybe you're having salmon or a chicken breast, some lean meat with asparagus or Brussels sprouts or with cauliflower and carrots and whatever you like, and then just a palm full of like quinoa or brown rice. That would be perfect. Okay, now we are going to hold it center. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back up into the calf raise and the toe raise. Lift and lift. Come all the way up onto the balls of those feet and lift. I really want to hear tomorrow how your body feels after this lower body workout. I'm just curious if you feel less stiff because of the amount of warm-up we did and the extra focus that we're putting into this lower body workout, or if it makes you more stiff. I would be curious to hear that, okay, within like tomorrow or the next day. Okay, are you ready? We're going to hold that calf raise and we're going to find that center. I'm looking at my wise owl on my bookshelf who's looking at me. Dropping shoulders, tucking that pelvis under, breathing deeply here. And then slowly release. And then we're going to step forward and lift, step back and lift. Just release those legs a little bit. So you may want to look down first to make sure that you've got your proper footing, right? And you can also do opposite legs if you prefer. It's up to you. This is just a nice release. For 4 and 3 and 2, and 1. And now we're going to step back to the center. So remember, the modifier is simply step down to the side, lift, and down. So it's just a side leg lift. Okay, otherwise we are going to do that side squat. First, okay, pick that focal point, find that center balance. Step to the side, push your hips back. Go into that squat with your chest up, then use the power of your leg to press yourself back up, okay? Step down, push your hips back. It's like the floor is your springboard, right? Push the hips all the way back. Now, obviously, the biggest challenge here again is keeping the board center at the same time. So you know what? We're just working everything here. We're getting the job done. Step, push your hips back, push up. Really great lower body strengthening exercise here. Take a break if you need to, march it out, or just rock forward and back, whatever you need to do. Remember, I'm just setting a structure. I'm just setting a guideline. You have to listen to your own body. I know somebody commented about, one more time, sit back, about, not feeling like it, and look at, there's many days when we're going to wake up, our bodies are going to be tired, we're just not going to feel like it, right? What I have found from my own experience is that I just do it anyway. I just start moving, telling myself, you know what? I'm just going to do 10 minutes, right? I'm just going to move my body for 10 minutes. And inevitably, I end up not only doing the whole workout, but actually having one of the better workouts and feeling even better afterwards. Like if I have a headache, the headache's gone. All that, it just really is good to get that blood circulating. So, sometimes just fake it till you make it. Or, even if you just pop in and march in place, or, just do some step ups or just rock side to side, before you know it, I'll bet you're going to be doing the workout, right? Okay, drop that board forward, and step down. And now, guess what? I'm going to see. Okay, Chad, you're here. Great, you can hear it. Daresha, Tom, welcome. Joe Paul, welcome. Mary and Pat. Okay, get a quick drink of water because we're going to go into our squat series on the board. Okay, so when you're ready, we are going to step behind the 2 and the 2. And just rock side to side. Drop the shoulders. Nice and easy here. And when you're ready, let's find that center. And if you're stable, push your hips back, and we're going to go into that 2-count squat, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, and squeeze your tush. Halfway down, all the way down, halfway up, and squeeze. So you're taking your time on this. And by the way, if you just want to do the partial squat and you don't want to come all the way down, that's completely okay. Okay, so we're just focusing on that center balance, on our proper body alignment, those pressure points in our feet, Engage your core, listen to your body. If you feel pain in your knees, please stop this exercise and just rock it side to side, or just work on finding that center balance. Wherever you're at is good. We're going to do 2 more of these. And then we are going to hold it at the bottom for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it up. Woo, squeeze the tush. Rock side to side. And then just go into those hamstring curls. Release, release. How are you doing with that squat? Do you feel like your form is better? How's your stamina? How's your endurance? How's your strength? Let me know. This is such a great release, isn't it? 4 and 3 and 2. Last one here. And now we are going to step behind the 1, and we're going to keep that right foot on the 2. Whenever I do Dan's class or watch Dan, I really like when he does this different distribution, because it just challenges you in different ways, okay? So you'll see, like right now, when you think about this, I'm pressing into the outer portion of my foot. But when I find that center, right, I'm going to be working more of this leg here. So here we go. Let's do it. So really, it's almost like a 1-leg squat if you really push those hips back. You know, I would say try to lift your other leg, but I ain't going to do it. Just think about those pressure points in your feet, stabilizing, finding that center. So my hips are just slightly pushed back here. And then I'm going to stand up and I'm going to switch. So the right foot's going to go behind the 1. The left foot's going to go behind the 2. And just first rock side to side. Just rock it out. So beautiful out there. It's like a winter wonderland. Now, are you ready? Let's find that center again. Engage your core. Drop your shoulders. I'm going to push my hips back slightly, so almost all the weight now is in this leg. Breathing. And then side to side. Now step both feet on the 1 and 1 and just shift. Go into that ski motion here. I mean, I imagine a lot of people are going to be heading to the mountains for some skiing. Whew, can't even imagine how much snow they got. Okay, are you ready to find that center? Lower body challenge. We're going to do that narrow squat. 2 counts. First, find the center. Push your hips back. Press those feet into the board. 1, 2, 3, and squeeze. 2, press, grip, and squeeze. 3, press, keep your chest up, keep the board center. If you want to just do a partial squat, that's great. If you just want to focus on your center balance or maybe a 1-leg balance, that's great too. And if you just want to rock side to side, that's fine. It's all good. So what I would love you to do for the next week or two is keep a journal and record how many protein grams you're getting per day, how many healthy whole grain carbohydrates are you getting per day, how many healthy fat calories are you getting, and how many sugars are you getting. Because what it does is just puts you in that mindful mindset. Otherwise, we're just reaching and grabbing and we're not really being accountable or really thinking about it. I mean, I have to tell you the truth. Like when I was on the protein topic, I kept track of mine. And I realized I'm not getting enough protein. And I'm probably eating too many healthy fats. So it's been really good for me as well. This National Nutrition Month, right, just keeps you in tune with how important it is to get that proper nutrition. Okay, we're going to do one more, I promise. And then we are going to hold the last one down, okay, for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pull it up, squeeze the tush, open your feet wide to 2 and 2, rock side to side. Woo! And let's go into that hamstring curl and release, release. How are you doing? I so wish I could see you guys working out. I know I said this before, but it's not that much fun watching myself. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now step it side to side and tap. Tap it out. A lateral walk here. You can slow this way down. I don't even have any music playing, so who knows if I'm on the beat or not. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And now what we're going to do is stay at 3 and 3. We're going to angle those toes out. We're going to bend the knees. So this is going to be focusing now more on those inner thighs. We've tackled pretty much everything else, haven't we? So you can just stay here. This is completely fine. And just work on finding that center. Keep your chest up. Look, tuck the pelvis under. Look down for a second. Are the knees over your toe line? You know, really flatten those inner thighs out. And you can just stay here. But if you want to challenge yourself and you want to come all the way down into that plie, then you need to turn the toes all the way out and then push up and squeeze up into your glutes. Press, push up, squeeze. So again, it's that slow count because I really want you to think about pushing those feet, especially the heels, into the board to get your body weight up. So we're really engaging those inner thighs. Stay tall. We're listening to our knees. Okay? Are you able to keep the board center? That's the biggest challenge, right? Now I'm just going to go halfway for 1 and up, 2 and up, 3, 4. We're going to do 4 more. And then we are going to hold it down for those 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, ow, 4, 5, 6. Press it up, squeeze the tush. Bring those toes forward. Step and tap. Whew. I felt that. How are you doing? Just work it out. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Drop the board. Step it down, feet wide. Hamstring curls. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Side step it. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Then bring it center and step it out. So we're going to step up wide, wide, and then come down narrow, narrow for a V step. So first push those heels down. So it's wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Drop the board. So just easing back down from the strength moves here. We're going to do 4 more in this direction. And then we're going to march in place. And then we're going to switch directions. So we're going to lead with that other foot. So first, plant the heels. Here we go. Up, up, narrow, narrow. Keep your knees soft. You can go slow or fast. It's up to you. So how many of you are guilty of late night snacking? Okay, that's especially if you're late night snacking, starchy carbs and sugars. Not good. Not good at all, especially for your sleep, my goodness. Maybe you replace that with a healthy habit, like a nice herbal tea. I've got this really delicious, it's kind of like a vanilla cinnamon spice. And I put a little bit of oat milk in there. Vanilla oat milk, it's delish. Okay, 2 more. And last one here. And then we're going to march it out. And now look, we're going to go into some inner thigh kicks. So I want you to come to the side of the board. And you are going to stabilize first. Then bring the heel to the front of your bottom foot. Now when I'm doing plies on the board or plies on the floor, if that bothers your knees, this is the exercise I want you to do, okay? You can either just do this inner thigh leg lift. See how my knee is open, so I'm working that inner thigh. The standing leg is bent. You can use that pole for support. And really the inner thigh is lifting that leg. Slow and controlled movements. So you can do this move, or you can simply do an inner thigh kick. So you're kicking out at a 45-degree angle, engaging those inner thighs. Let's just get 4 more. You are going to feel this in your standing leg because we worked it a lot today. Last one here. And then we switch to the other side. I just want you to always feel like there's a modifier. So again, that heel comes to the front of that bottom foot. And then you just lift out to the side. So you're staying tall, using that pole for support, and using your breath. You feel that, right? Or you can just do those inner thigh kicks. Point the toe. Let's get 4 more. And then we're just gonna kick it out. And we're gonna go into our stretch and cool down. How did you do today? Let's just step it. Release those arms. Let's just do those big circles because I know some of you are probably gripping those poles a little bit tighter than you should. But if you're holding any tension at all in your shoulders, into your upper body, let's just release that. Feels so good. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one here. Good. Okay, let's stretch out our low back because our low back definitely got a lot of work today. So step back, hinge from the waist to that flat back position. Hold and breathe. And then slowly bringing it up, walking forward. Let's stretch out our calves. Bring the toes up, the heel down, right up against the back of that board. And then press into it and breathe. My calves are really tight because I was trudging through the snow. I mean, some people have shoveled, but not everybody. So you know, those calves are working double time right when you're going through the snowbanks. Oh my goodness. I just keep thinking about what a mess this is going to be when it all melts. Oh my gosh. And then release that and switch. Are you taking enough breath in? Are you filling those lungs with your breath? So remember, we're focusing on that 7 count breath in, holding the breath, and then exhaling slowly through the mouth for 8 counts. And then release and just kick it out. And we're going to go into our hamstring stretch. So drop that board, bring the heel down, toe up. Push your hips back, keep your chest lifted, and just hold this until you feel that nice stretch in your hamstrings. Relax into that stretch. Don't fight the stretch. And then slowly bringing it up, and we're going to switch. Drop the board. Make sure those legs and toes are in alignment, and breathe. then slowly bringing it back up. Kick it out a little bit. And let's stretch out our quadriceps. So bring that knee up, grab your ankle, glue those knees together, press those hips forward, and breathe into your thigh. And then slowly release that leg, kick it out a little bit, cross that leg over, and then just stretch it up and over. Really extend those fingers. Think about that breath traveling all the way up your side body. And then slowly releasing. And we are going to switch to the other side. Bring the knee up, grab your ankle if you can, press those knees together. Now remember, you can also stretch your quadriceps, doing the same exact stretch lying on your side, if that's comfortable, or laying on your stomach, if that's more comfortable. It's really important to stretch out your quadriceps, though it really is the largest muscle group, so we gotta stretch it. And then release it slowly, cross that foot over, and then reach it up and over. And then release. And we are going to do one more low back stretch. So step it back, hinge from the waist, keep that nice long neck, and hold and breathe. Kind of look at the logo of 60 Up. That's a great way to keep your neck in proper alignment. So when you inhale also, I like to think about my belly expanding. And when you exhale, think about drawing the belly in. And then when you're ready, slowly start coming up. And then step forward. And I am going to have a seat here to do my hip stretch before I come on over there. You can see me here. So if you can cross it over like this, great. If this is sufficient, just stay here and breathe. Oh, I'm so glad you liked the workout, Betsy. Look, I can see now. I know stretching is so important, Chad. You cannot neglect the stretching. I mean, I know I do like a few minutes, I know we all do, but personally, pretty much daily, I do an additional 20 to 30 minutes of stretching. I really can't do without it, you know, and especially like if I get out there and try to snowshoe or shovel, I'm gonna have to do some good stretching afterwards, you know. It just depends on, listen, how you want to feel. If you don't want to have those stiff muscles and joints, right? Oh, Ildi, I'm so glad it was just what the doctor ordered. I know, right? Are you gonna get out there? I was thinking about you yesterday. It was just nutty, wasn't it? And then we're gonna just release that and kick it out a little bit. I'm just so glad you guys were able to find me, and I'm really glad that I have this as a plan B. Because honestly, I tested it beforehand and I'm glad I did, but like I always do, I went to the Facebook, our group member page, and I clicked on live and it wouldn't take me there. I clicked on live, wouldn't budge. So I don't know why, but it's all good. Oops. Just breathe into that outer thigh, into that hip. Send that healing light in with your breath in. And then we're going to release that leg slowly and kick it out. And I am going to come on over. I hope you enjoyed the workout today. And again, I'm going to post this information about the carbohydrates if you missed it from the beginning. And yeah, shoot me any questions or concerns. And don't forget, for this week, keep a record of how many grams of protein, carbohydrates, sugars, and fats that you're getting in on a daily basis, because that's the only way to figure it out, right? So have a beautiful day. As always, make sure you check in with Dan's class tomorrow, the brain-body connection, especially if you're a beginner. I mean, he obviously, being the creator of the board, Mr. 60 Up himself, is just a wealth of information and knowledge and takes such special care. And so make sure to tune in to his class tomorrow at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then, of course, our Kathy for her Wellness Wednesday. Brilliant, again, beyond expert, beyond knowledgeable. So tune into that. And then Dan's class Thursday is a bit more challenging. So for those of you that want to, up your game a little bit. And then Friday is my class again at 9:30. And I will be doing my half on the board, half off the board, full body, more of an intermediate workout. But as you know, I always have modifiers. We all have modifiers. So that's it. Have a wonderful day, and stay safe and warm if you're living in this cold climate like I am. And I'll see you on Friday. Much love. Bye-bye.